It's all
Okay, your passion
yes.
is coming off as erratic
Right.
to people.
Well, you borrow my brain for 5 seconds and just be like, dude, can't handle it.
Welcome to Watch Mojo. And today, we're counting down our picks for the greatest instances in which famous individuals lost their cool during interviews.
I don't follow like rules of like, normal celebrity or what their publicist tells them to say or anything.
Number 10, Mike Tyson.
Shit, we're doing live TV. Man, I don't care. What are you gonna do about it?
Despite being one of the most acclaimed boxers of all time, Mike Tyson has always attracted controversy in his personal life. The most media-heavy event occurred in 1992, when Tyson was sentenced to 6 years in prison for sexual assault. Despite the famous trial, Tyson was able to secure a successful comeback, but not everyone forgot.
Hey, I don't know who said that. You're the only one I heard say that. You know what I mean? And I don't have no comment to that, because it's negative and you're being negative.
Certainly not Nathan Downer, the anchor of CP24 Toronto News. Tyson sat down with Downer to promote his one-man show Undisputed Truth when Downer brought up his prior conviction. Feeling more than a little blindsided, Tyson cussed out Downer on live TV and called him some not-so-nice names. We suppose it could have been worse. He could have got a Mike Tyson punch to the jaw.
Oh, okay, here we go. All right, come on, go! Fuck!
Number 9, Justin Bieber. When some people lose their patience, they scream and yell. Others simply stand up and walk away. Justin Bieber belongs to the latter category, as exemplified by this interview with the Spanish radio station 40 Principales. Bieber, despite some somewhat awkward questions, continued to provide the interviewers with patience and cordial answers.
What do you mean?
On your own, your look? Who's getting dressed you?
You choose your own looks?
Yeah.
Oh, who gets... Yeah, I dress myself.
Oh, cool.
It seemed he'd run out of patience, though, by the time the host divulged their intention to, quote, break the internet by having Bieber film a video with some famous European YouTubers. His response will never not be funny. Something tells us he didn't feel like breaking the internet that day.
Okay. Hundreds of millions.
Okay,
eh?
yeah. Come with us. Come with us.
And they are YouTubers.
Vamos aquí. ¿Cómo estás?
Here.
Yeah, Justin.
Number 8, Naomi Campbell.
The case of the diamonds, the dictator, and the supermodel.
One of the most famous supermodels of all time, Naomi Campbell has enjoyed a long and prosperous career. But it hasn't been completely without controversy. Back in 1997, Campbell unknowingly received a group of blood diamonds from Liberian dictator and war criminal Charles Taylor.
Campbell told a very different story. Now she says the dictator's henchmen paid her a late-night visit, delivering a pouch of uncut, unpolished precious stones.
ABC brought this up during an interview with Campbell, and suffice to say, she was none too pleased. She began by politely declining the question, but the interviewer did not give in and continued to pester her. Having had enough, Campbell thanked the interviewer, walked away, and knocked a camera to the floor.
But what she told ABC News was a lie. She did receive diamonds from Taylor, as she acknowledged under oath today.
Number 7, Machine Gun Kelly.
Hey, what's up, you guys? Chelsea Briggs here, coming to you from the Billboard Hot 100 Festival, and I'm joined by one of my favorite people, the realist, Machine Gun Kelly.
Yo. Machine Gun Kelly sat down with Chelsea Briggs at the 2018 Billboard Hot 100 Fest, but it was evident from the start that he'd rather have been anywhere else. After quite the speech about wanting to make his daughter proud, he seemed to trek into territory that touched a nerve, saying that he didn't want to do the interview and would rather let his music speak for itself.
Man, I don't want to talk about this. Dude, I've done this so many times, dude. Can we just, I don't want to do an interview, man. Can we just, I don't.
Briggs handles it with incredible geniality, and props to Kelly for coming back and giving her a little apologetic handshake. Unlike some other storm-offs, this was clearly not personal, and Kelly made that known.
I love you. Can I tell you something? Listen.
That's what I'm talking to.
Listen, we're so excited for your music.
Love.
In 2019.
Thank you.
Number 6, Quentin Tarantino.
I'm going to tell you why I'm so sure. Do not ask me a question like that. I'm not biting. I refuse your question.
The thing about being a celebrity is that you are asked the same questions again and again and again, and maybe even again. Quentin Tarantino has long been accused of glorifying violence in his films, and he's sick of being asked about it. That's evident by this very famous interview with Channel 4's Krishnan Guru Murthy.
Because I'm here to sell my movie. This is a commercial for the movie, make no mistake.
Or your
And
interviews?
Yeah.
So you don't want to talk about anything serious?
I don't want to talk about what you want to talk about. I don't want to talk about the implications of violence.
He asks Tarantino if there's a possible link between movie violence and real violence, and the director soon grows annoyed, informing the interviewer that he's already said all he needs to on the topic in the past 20 years. It results in a very awkward back and forth that goes on for 3 solid minutes. How Tarantino managed to keep his cordiality and professionalism in the end is beyond us.
It's not my job to flesh it out.
No, it's my job to try and ask you to.
And I'm shutting your butt down.
Number 5, R. Kelly.
What are the lies that you're hearing that disturb you most?
Oh my God, all of them.
Unlike some other celebrities on this list, it's hard to find sympathy for R. Kelly. The now imprisoned musician sat down with CBS's Gayle King following the release of Surviving R. Kelly to answer for the documentary's allegations. The interview begins well enough, but Kelly soon loses his composure and goes completely off the rails.
Quit playing. I didn't do this stuff. This is not me. I'm fighting for my life.
Perhaps the most famous bit sees Kelly standing from his chair and screaming into the camera, letting loose with a couple of expletives along the way. The interview understandably drew a lot of eyes, as dramatic outbursts tend to do. This is now Kelly's legacy, screaming at the precipice of a legendary downfall.
This is not true. Doesn't even make sense.
Number 4, Whoopi Goldberg.
This is Hold it. Listen to me, because you'll learn.
Things can often get heated on The View, but it's rare that someone actually storms off the set. Having hosted the talk show since 2007, Whoopi Goldberg is a consummate pro when it comes to interviews and their possible resulting arguments. But this sit-down with famous conservative Bill O'Reilly was just too much.
Let me break this to you. 70% of Americans don't want that moss down there, so don't give me the wee business.
Goldberg and O'Reilly were arguing about religious issues when the political commentator dropped an offensive comment that shocked the talk show host. It's sort of difficult to hear who's saying what when they all talk over each other, but it's clear Goldberg and Joy Behar were trying to fight against racist rhetoric when they stormed off.
Muslims killed us on 9/11.
Number 3, Charlie Sheen.
If I'm bipolar, aren't there moments where a guy like crashes in the corner like, oh my God, it's all my mom's fault? Shut up. Stop. Move forward.
Following some time spent in rehabilitation for substance use disorder, Sheen made some insensitive remarks towards 2.5 Men creator Chuck Lorre. This resulted in his termination from the show.
I want to thank you all for coming. I know this is a very sad day for all of us.
Speak for yourself.
During that time, he also gave an interview with ABC that instantly went viral. Sheen made a number of bizarre claims, most of which were memed into oblivion on social media. Some of the classics include, quote, "I'm by winning," and, quote, "I got tiger blood." Despite all his classic films, and despite starring in a mega successful sitcom, this might be what Charlie Sheen is most remembered for.
Wow. And then what? What's the cure? Medicine? Make me like them? Not gonna happen. I'm by winning.
Number 2, Kanye West.
My guest tonight is a 21-time Grammy Award-winning performer who last month threatened his very existence by insulting one of America's most beloved television personalities.
There's no denying that Kanye West is a legend. But man, does the guy have an ego. West has a history of going on talk show tangents, like the time he lost the plot and talked way too long on Ellen. But that was nothing compared to his infamous rant on Jimmy Kimmel.
I was really vocal about a lot of things that I've been dealing with over the past 10 years when I was put in classification of, just a celebrity. Because, for me, I'm a creative genius.
While most talk show interviews are short and fluffy, this one spanned over 20 minutes, a good chunk of which was just Kanye talking to himself. He was none too humble, calling himself, quote, a creative genius, and comparing his output to visionaries like Michelangelo and Steve Jobs. He even brought Jesus into the mix, making a comparison that may rile a few feathers.
So you're gonna love me, or you're gonna hate me, but I'm gonna be me.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1, Tom Cruise.
Scientology is something that you don't understand. It's like
you could be a Christian and be a Scientologist.
While most interviews with Tom Cruise go off without a hitch, there are some notable exceptions. During one sit-down with the Australian program 60 Minutes, Cruise lost his patience when asked about his ex-wife, Nicole Kidman.
I'm just telling you right now, okay? Just put your manners back in.
But his most famous interview by far is the one given to Matt Lauer in 2005. The notorious conflict occurred on the set of Today, when Cruz performed a rare PR blunder and revealed his negative stances on psychiatry and medication. Cruz got uncharacteristically testy with Lauer, his behavior only exacerbating his controversial viewpoints. It didn't stop Cruz from being one of Hollywood's biggest stars, but it sure did change a few minds.
And I know that psychiatry is a pseudoscience.
Did any of these interviews surprise you? Let us know in the comments below.
Coming up, the mood changes a bit.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.